Yo, what's good guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over how I made another dark ethnic Pyrex style sample. But before I start the video, I just wanted to shamelessly plug myself and say that I just dropped a crazy sample pack with some of my hardest samples, including the one that I made in this video. It has 25 dark Pyrex style samples as well as 50 hi-hat midis, so if you like samples like these in this style, feel free to check the link in the description. I'll leave a link for the free demo version and the full paid version. So yeah, anyways, let's get right into the video. What's going on, guys? So I have this sample pulled up that I already made. I'll go ahead and play the finished product so you guys can hear what it sounds like, and then I'll go through and show everything I did to get it the way that it is. So yeah, so here's the sample. We're at 125 BPM. I mean, this is no secret, but most Pyrex samples are around like 110 to like maybe 130 BPM, usually like 110 to 120. So yeah, we're at 125, and I'll go ahead and play the sample. So yeah, as you guys can hear, it's very dark. Got that like Pyrex really dark vibe. So yeah, the first thing I did is I got this little phrase from Contact. So what I did is I went into Contact, and this is nothing new, but a lot of people don't know about this. I think these sounds are really dope and they're really easy to use. Go into Ethno World, Instruments, go to where is it, Stringed Instruments, and then go down to Kodo, and then go to the glisses. And they're kind of like little phrases that you can mess with. But I came up with this pattern here. And what I did is I rendered it out as an audio clip. So I pitched it down 3 semitones here. Got it to sound like this. So that was the first thing I did. That was like the bass thing that I did. And to be fair, I did use a lot of phrases in this sample, but I did a lot of manipulation to make them fit, and I added a lot of effects. So I don't know, if you hate on phrases, then this ain't for you. And then I added these little flute like one-shot phrases. Okay, so I got all these like flute phrases right here, and I got all of these from Contact as well. Here I did the same thing, went into Ethno World. I went into Bonsuri, yeah, these licks, and it's the same thing as what I just showed you with the kodo, where you can just play the phrases. I don't know, people who go crazy on the phrases, I don't really like too much if it's all you rely on. But I think that they're good to use if you can make them fit with other things, because they sound good. So if you can, you know, manipulate them and make them fit, I think it's really cool. So anyway, I got the original phrase, and then I got these, and I made sure to find the key of all of it and make sure that they're all in key. And then I added effects to the flutes. I added EQ again. I EQ'd the high end, EQ'd out the low end, added reverb and delay, and then same thing to this last one down here. So I'll go ahead and play how that sounds with the flute and the kodo. Okay, so I thought that sounded really dope, but it definitely needed more. Also, what I did is I added this automation clip right here for the channel volume of the flute, and I made it so that I automated it so that the audio slowly comes in, because I think that this beginning note sounded a little weird, so I wanted that to kind of like not even be in it and then have the flute fade in. So I think that just sounds a little bit better, and little things like that are what is going to make your sample stand out, because it's like the attention to detail. Anyway, so I thought that was dope, but it sounded a little too simple. Like it needed a little something more. So I added a piano. Okay, so I just added Omnisphere, one of the Keyscape pianos for the piano. It's just the grand piano, and I turned the timbre down. And the timbre is kind of just like velocity. It'll make it sound a little bit softer if you turn it down. And I laid out this pattern right here. I'll go ahead and play how that sounds. So the pattern is really simple. I just wanted to have like a really dark piano in the background to fill out the sample. So I had this going with everything else. I'll go ahead and play how that sounds. Okay, but then I wanted to make the piano even softer. So I rendered it as an audio clip, and then I went here into audio editor, and I changed, you right click this and you can change the sample rate. I think the standard is 4400. So I just went in here, put 1000, and then made sure that tempo sync was on, and then I hit accept. You have to hit resample and tempo sync and then hit accept. And it made the piano sound like this. So yeah, as you can hear, really dark and ambient. And I added RC20 to that, just some noise and some wobble, some space. So I put that there instead of the original piano, just because it's a little bit darker and I think it sounded better. So this is how it sounds with that piano. So yeah, not too much, keeping it really simple, but these little details that you pay attention to are what is going to make your samples stand out. So like the little trick with the sample rate, making the piano even darker and more ambient. The trick with the channel volume right here to make the flute come in a little bit slower. Things like that are going to add up, and they're going to yeah, just make your samples stand out and sound better overall. So what I did is I recorded all of that, put it together, and obviously sequenced out the sample, and then just recorded it into Edison. So I have that here. I'll go ahead and play how that sounds. Okay, but then I wanted to pitch it down to make it even more dark. I think we were in E minor, so I pitched it down 3. So this is C sharp minor. I thought that sounded really good, really dark. Definitely got that Pyrex kind of feel. And then all I did was I added Mondo Mod Stereo for a little bit of wobble, and then I added an imager to it to widen it up. And sometimes, I mean, usually I'll go in, I mean, I have multiple packs with different textures to add. Usually I'll add a texture. I didn't this time, but let's say I wanted to. You could add like the typical hiss effect from to make it sound like it's being recorded like through like a cassette tape or something like that. Or you can add like the little vinyl cracks. Or if you really wanted to be like super unique. And these little things, like I said, that's just another little detail that'll make your sample stand out. You can add, I don't know, crickets. For this one, I probably would have added just some like vinyl. So lower the volume, so just kind of in the background. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this sample. That's how I made it with the phrases from Contact, the flute phrases and the kodo phrase, and then the dark piano in the background. Really simple, nothing too complicated. Tried to get that really dark like Pyrex vibe with the BPM range a lot lower than usual.